Hello everyone, this is Ben Hall from BritXbox.co.uk with another review for you. What can I say? You think you're done, you think you're out, and then they pull you back in with a surprise extra review for the end of the year. And to be honest, I'm really happy I got this out of nowhere and was able to have a go and play it. I'm not sure how much there is to say about it because a Telltale game is a Telltale game, and this is Tales from the Borderlands Episode 1, Zer0 Sum. Spoiler, the title should give it away. Zero from Borderlands 2 shows up in this. A lot of things from the Borderlands games show up in this. So clearly, if you are a fan of the Borderlands games, this is going to mean a lot more and be a lot more enjoyable for you. Whereas if you're new to it, well, I think you'd still find it funny, but you certainly wouldn't take as much away from it. But, like I was saying, a Telltale game is a Telltale game. The crux of the gameplay is in dialogue-based decisions, as you can see popping up on the screen that as it's coming up and I'm picking things. There are some horrible sort of QTE-focused action sequences with instant fail mechanics. Sometimes it's not instant fail, but for me, any time where you can be playing a game like that, where you can just miss a swipe or a button press, just one thing, and you know, instant death, load screen, restart from checkpoint. Anytime that happens, it's not fun. The game is still using the same engine that Telltale have been using since the original Walking Dead, and frankly, it looks incredibly dated on the current generation of consoles. I'm playing on Xbox One, obviously, and well, you wouldn't know it. You could be playing on the iPad, to be honest. It looks like crap. Technically, it plays like crap. I mean, you've got freezes, you've got, you know, hang-ups coming in and out of load screens sometimes, hang-ups in save points, really long loads, as you're seeing here, for really something that shouldn't have like problems like that. You've got pop-in, you've got just like weird jank everywhere. Thankfully, the style of Borderlands, as created by Gearbox, is the shell-shaded look you're seeing here. So, you know, Telltale can get away with it, unlike in Game of Thrones, which they've kind of tried to like wash over with a weird like watercolor look to it to try and hide how bad it looks. And this weird sort of sheen they put over it makes it look worse. I mean, they have real people in it, it's real actors, which I think really hurts them, to be honest, because in Game of Thrones, because they just look so freaky. They look like monsters. It's really creepy, and the story wasn't very good either, to be honest. Nowhere near as good as this. Let's talk about this. This is a funny game. This is a funny experience throughout. I had loads of fun playing as both Fiona and Reese. Brilliantly voice acted throughout. I was absolutely just really impressed by Troy Baker's VO for Reese, and the guy who played Vasquez, whose name has just fallen out of my head, but it is in my written review as well. Vasquez is your nemesis and your boss at Hyperion, and he's a scumbag as well. I obviously don't want to talk about the story too much, because that's the entire reason you play the Telltale games. The episodic nature of them it's all about the story. It certainly isn't about the gameplay, what you can call gameplay. You should definitely check out as well my written review, but on top of that, you should definitely take a listen to this year's Game of the Year podcast, which will probably be up very soon after you hear this, or while it's up, in which Mark picks The Wolf Among Us as one of his picks for the year. And yeah, it's a debate that I have with him, because I think the actual game is barely there, but you play these games for the story and for the characterization, and in Tales from Borderlands it's possibly, to me, the best story and best characterization since we've seen in The Walking Dead originally. I didn't play The Wolf Among Us, to be fair, but Game of Thrones was certainly quite weak. So in the modern Telltale oeuvre, I think this is definitely better than, say, Season 2 of Walking Dead, from the little I've played of that. But it's right up there for the Season 1. It's just so well written and so funny. I hope this video hasn't been too spoilerific. I'm actually going to cut it a bit short because there's not too much for me to waffle on about. But basically, if you like Borderlands, and if you like the style of the Telltale games, this is a must-buy. I'm really looking forward to Episode 2, 3, the subsequent ones, and I hope I get to play those as well. Thanks very much. Bye.